Welcome, everybody, to the Klim Ultimate Backcountry Sled Sweepstakes broadcast. We will be doing our live broadcast right here in 30 minutes from right now. We will be giving away 4 epic prizes. So as you come in, please let us know where you're watching from. I know people are just dropping in right now. We're just getting some live viewers coming in. We're going to give everybody a few minutes to collect. And so right now, what I need everybody to do, if you're watching, let us know where you're watching from. Drop your location in the comments. Let us know if you're watching from Washington State, Idaho, Montana, California, Colorado. Heck, you might be from South America for all we know, but I don't think you're eligible for the contest. But North America, you're good. So Canada and United States, we are good to go. Drop it in the comments. Let us know where you're watching from. We are going to share this out. Make sure you guys are sharing this out. Get it out to all the big sled pages, people, because for the last 3 months, we have been doing nothing but blasting out snowmobile cyberspace with this raffle, the sweepstakes, all of the goodness that's going on with it. And so right now, you owe it to all of your friends who bought probably one more ticket than you did to make sure that they see it and go from there. And so while you guys are rolling in, we're going to talk a little bit and kind of get some introductions going in here too. But I can't tell you guys how stoked I am. I'm going to list off kind of what these prizes are one more time before I jump over to John and Vicky here, and we'll get some introductions done. But we have got tonight, folks, best estimate, I'd have to count pennies and my fingers and my toes and all those things to get the number exact. But our ballpark estimate is we've got about $40,000 worth of prizes that we're going to give away tonight in 4 chunks, right? We've got the grand prize. So, John, you probably know this grand prize better than anybody because you're sitting on it right now as we speak. Do me a favor, John. Give me a description of what you're sitting on and what the grand prize is.
Absolutely. Well, we actually had a chance to go ride this yesterday. You know, we had to make sure it worked right. So
tuning. It's all about tuning.
It's all, well, there's some truth to that actually. So, yep. And John, correct me if I missed anything, like I did when we first announced this.
Yep.
So,
no worries. No worries.
Now, what we have here is a 2021 Polaris Axis. What we did is we took a 155 and put a Ice Age 163 rails on there, and then obviously the camouflage track to match that. We got the ZBROZ front end along with the exit shocks, both the front shocks and the rear shocks. We've got SLP Mohawk skis, and then under the hood we've got the SLP Outlaw twins, which are super sweet. We also, what else do we have in there? We've got the seat concept, which I'm sitting on, which is super comfortable.
Super comfy.
Yeah, low profile. It's awesome. We did a wrap with ArcticFX. And then we have all of the different sponsors on there. We've got the.
Hey John, can you? I was gonna say, can you verify this for me? I heard rumors that they stuck my name on this sled. Live large, John Frayne Live. Can you validate that's there?
I can definitely validate it. It's right on the side panel.
So what you're telling me is Dan Adams did not peel that part of the stickers off, is what you're telling me?
Oh, absolutely not. Dan didn't do that. We've got fly racing on here.
Ice Age, yep, all kinds of good stuff.
Yeah, mountain Skillz on the
bottom line is we got a fully built sled, and there's some goodies that come with it that you didn't even talk about yet. You got some climb gear, right? Some climb riding gear, right?
Yeah, part of the grand prize is a lock saw, Avalanche pack, boots, adrenaline boots. So yeah, not only are you going to take the sled home, but you're going to be set up to be super comfortable and safe in the backcountry.
Yeah, all in size extra small. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. Because you got to fit into an extra small.
We will get you the right size for whatever it is you need for your ride, obviously, right? So let's go through. So that's the grand prize. Then the next prize we're going to talk about here, and while I'm talking about these prizes, folks, share. Get this message out. Get the word out. Blast this across the interweb. We need people to be here right now live because in exactly 25 and a half minutes, we're going to be giving away the sled. The next prize I want to talk about is also the Marlon sled deck. So we've got a 2021 model Marlon sled deck. This thing is amazing. I run it personally myself. It's my favorite sled deck out there. All aluminum construction, all of the caliber products all over it, super clamps on this thing. It's a beautiful deck, and it's amazing. It really works out nice for folks who are kind of going in and out of the backcountry where they can't bring a trailer, or if they just don't want to deal with the trailer, right? So Marlon sled deck, estimated retail value of about $5,000. Another big prize. That's our first prize, right? The next item we have is Mr. Where you're at today, right? John, where are you sitting? What building are you in? Where are you at?
I'm in Matt Entz's shop right now as we speak. So, you know, the internet,
and so Mountain Skillz in Colorado, South Fork area, is Matt Entz's Mountain Skillz is giving away a package for 2 Avalanche classes. So 2 level 1 Avalanche classes is our second prize, and we're going to be giving away those tonight. And those both will go to one person as kind of a couples or a friend, package to be able to go through. And then the final prize, one of my personal favorites, John, no offense, just saying, Fly Racing Gear. Like, I'm a big fan. These are one of my sponsors that I brought to the table to be part of this amazing partnership, and I'm so proud to have them here with us.
And I think that speaks to what the Avalanche Alliance is. It's the whole riding community coming together to make our sport safer. And so absolutely.
No, absolutely. And we've got so many co-brands there too. That's one thing I'm really proud of this whole program is, and we'll maybe talk for a minute about kind of how we got here, but there was this thing we called Live Large University Scholarship Fund that, Vicki, I'm actually going to bounce that over to you first quick, and let's just talk about that for a couple of minutes on how that started from your perspective, right? Like, I'll just turn it over to you. I've told the story a few times, but I'd love to hear your side of the story on how this whole thing started, and then I'll tie back in how we got John on board and what we did. So
sure. So for us, how it got started is I got an email from one of my coworkers, Liz Riggs-Meter, who runs our recreation programming, and she's a board member at NWAC, and John, so are you.
Yep.
And she said, hey, I have a fellow board member who's a big sledder, and he's really interested in starting a scholarship program at AIARE to benefit the motorized community. Are you interested in working with him? And I didn't even really finish reading the email before replying yes, let's do it. AIARE's been interested in supporting the motorized community for a handful of years, and this I knew was going to be one of those initiatives that just really solidified our support in the community. So I didn't really know that much about you, but Liz was vouching for you, and
that worked, I guess.
So I was definitely going to trust her. And then you and I got connected and just started talking about, the tenets of this scholarship and what we were hoping that it could do for the community. Bringing education into the community and solidifying the community's putting an importance of education in the community and giving more access to education and to educators in the community.
Yeah, and it's such an amazing project that started out as kind of, a great intention, small project. I was going to help raise some money, sell some T-shirts, send you the profits, and we were going to give away a few scholarships every year. That was the strategy, right? And then
we thought 2 or 3 scholarships.
We'll be excited. We'll be excited when we give away a half dozen, right? That kind of thing. Yeah. And then this big heavy hitter named John Summers gave me a call and says, "Hey, John." I think kind of how it worked is I accidentally somehow ended up in Rexburg, Idaho. I had no idea I was near Klim, and somebody told me, "Hey, by the way, Klim's just up the street. You should go say hi." And I looked up John in Facebook, and I says, "Hey, John, I'm standing in your parking lot. Do you have time to talk?" That's kind of how it started. Yep. But then
I think I was in Colorado, wasn't I? Or
you were in
riding dirt bike.
You were in Stanley, Idaho, drinking a latte. Drinking a latte. That's what I remember. That was a very vivid memory.
That's totally me.
and so in our cross-pollination of all these discussions, John approached me about the partnership that I had already built with AIARE, and then telling me that, hey, would you like to be part of this Avalanche Alliance program? And we just kind of tied everything together, and here we are today with a final number. Vicki, do you have the final number of how much money we have raised total with this program?
I do, and I'm completely blown away by the number. I mean, I have to tell you, you and I started off small thinking we'd give away, like you said, 6 scholarships. And then once we entered into this partnership, we thought, okay, let's set our goal high. Let's raise $100,000. And you guys blew this out of the water. I'm just completely flabbergasted here. $725.
That's
That's
amazing.
awesome.
All right, round of applause, everybody. Round of applause. So at home too, give everybody, you guys all are part of it. Everybody who's watching right now, and according to Facebook, we got 107 live viewers, which I know based on my numbers is always way more than that, but that's what Facebook is showing me. I want to double that number, so I'm going to throw the challenge out right now to all of our viewers. Share this out one more time. Share it to your sled pages, share it to your 2.0, Sled Addicts Nation, wherever it is in your local area that you got a sled page that the community is bought into this program and supporting Avalanche awareness. Get the word out there. Let's crank that number up to 200 live viewers if we can and get this going. And then I know it'll get shared out broadly over the next few days too. But we're going to give away here in about 20 minutes exactly the sled deck, the Avalanche classes, and the fly racing snow gear here in just a few minutes. And so, Vicki, we've talked a little bit about, what all is going to be happening with this money. And based on what our budgets do, like there's speculation that this money will bleed over into next season because just the capacity, the capacity of Avalanche classes that we have the ability to put people through, we're going to have to bleed this over into a couple of seasons. And so, job well done to everybody on helping us maximize our capacity and getting this going. And I just want to do a quick shout out for everybody too, is that, we still have, let's call it a day or two here for anybody who's out there who might be watching, who's thinking, I want to be an Avalanche educator, or I feel like I've got the ability to really truly influence my community with Avalanche education, right? And maybe you're somebody who is going to take an Avalanche class this year yourself, and you've been riding with a dozen buddies, and you can get them all convinced to join an Avalanche class, a level one with you. Go down to see Matt Entz, Dad Adams, Chris Brent, whatever. Everybody who's out there that's doing Avalanche classes, let's get these things all filled up. And if you can kind of showcase that in your application, we want to hear about it, right? And so, Vicki, can you tell folks quick if they still feel like they're able to bite off this, this program this year and want to sign up for an Avalanche class and can make an impact in their community? Because we'll be reviewing it, and it's based on a board vote of AIARE. I have a vote on that as well too, and we all have kind of eyes on this, so it's a partnership. But we'll be voting on the folks who we believe are going to make a difference in their community. But tell folks quick how they can still apply for a class and what the deadline is to get that in quick. So
yeah, sure. So the scholarship is for 3 different courses, and that would be the rec courses that are offered through AIARE motorized providers, and we have 8 motorized providers this year in 7 states.
Yep.
Be rad if it was 7 countries. And then we're also giving scholarships to those that are going through our pro level training courses and our instructor training courses.
Yeah.
So if you want to apply for a scholarship for either the pro or the instructor training courses, you also have to qualify to be accepted into one of those courses.
Yep.
And the rec, anybody can sign up for a rec course, whether you're a beginner, expert, just getting into the mountains, or have been there for a long time. So you can find information on the scholarship on AIARE's webpage, and that's avtraining.org. And then on the top menu, just click that scholarship button, and the Live Large University scholarship is there front and center.
That's awesome. That's awesome. So you guys have the information there. We'll make sure we drop that in the comments after the show too, and we'll have until you probably said I was paying double attention here to something else, trying to get the names ready for all of our sponsors and stuff that we want to call out here. What's the deadline of that? Do we want to say Sunday night is when we want to kind of get those in by, or what's our deadline?
Yeah, Sunday would be great. Since we're wrapping up this contest today, we'll be able to do some math over the weekend. It'll probably take all weekend to do to really understand just how much money we have to give away here and how to divide it. And we'd like to let folks know as soon as possible. Our courses are starting in a week, and rec courses are already happening. So we want to give out these scholarships immediately so folks can start taking their courses.
Yeah, amazing, amazing. And so another thing I don't want to miss out on is that this Avalanche Alliance program, John, I've got the list of all the sponsors with me here that Vicki and I went through right ahead of time. We hope we don't miss anybody. If you hear somebody that I don't call out, I want to go there too. But I want to take a moment just to thank everybody who's been involved in this Avalanche Alliance project. Some of them were directly involved in the sweepstakes and have prizes and all that stuff too, including. And some of those folks I want to just call out. Obviously, AIARE being our nonprofit, group that's helping us coordinate all this. Really, the sweepstakes for legal reasons had to go through a nonprofit, and AIARE has done a lot of the heavy lifting in partnership with the company who's doing the sweepstakes in the background with us, right? And so Vicki's had that partnership, so thank you to AIARE for what they've been doing. Klim, John, obviously the header of this whole program is the Klim Ultimate Backcountry Sled Sweepstakes. God bless you, and thank you so much for bringing us to the table and having this conversation. You honestly, John, will have no idea. I'm gonna cry probably. You have no idea.
Don't do
You,
that.
you have no idea like what this means to folks like myself and Vicky. Like her and I, back in April and May when we started this vision of what we were gonna have, we had no dream that it would ever get this big. And so, for you and what you've done, it's just been amazing. So.
We like to go big. If we're going to do it, we're going to do big. So,
God bless you.
And we honestly feel like the snowmobile industry is our family. And so we really take it personal and want to do everything we can to make sure that the sport is as safe as possible. So
yep, awesome.
This is a no-brainer for us. So.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I can't see what Avalanche Alliance brings into the next several years going forward. I think there's a lot of big things it's only going to get bigger and bigger, right? And so this is going to continue to be a movement within the industry that like I'm so blessed to be part of, and I know Vicky, you feel the same way. So. Awesome. So let's just go through some of these quickly. So we got Marlon Recreational Products, obviously the sled deck we talked about. We got Mountain Skillz. You guys are right there hosting that event today. Matt Entz and Mountain Skillz. Fly Racing Snow. We can't forget Polaris Snowmobiles, who stepped up and helped provide us the snowmobile, and got it to us. Iron Dog Team 11 / Iron Dog. Those folks donated some cash to help make sure we got this thing kicked off the ground in the right way. And so David Wagner, his race partner, John Woodbury and the Iron Dog team, all of those team members up there who have that Iron Dog race in Alaska. Big shout out to you guys. I appreciate you being part of this and stepping up. Seat Concepts, those are the folks, I believe they're out of Idaho as well. Not too far from you, John, I think. Isn't that where they're from? Are they in Utah? They might be in Utah, I think, actually. But they provided the seat there. Obviously, I've got it in the list.
Boise, Idaho.
Yeah, I've got it on the list just because John invited me. But I've got hashtag Live Large on here, also known as John Ferrian Live. Shout out to me, I guess. But
pat yourself on the back.
All right, there we go. Yep. So give some thumbs up from the fans, hopefully. Camzo obviously provided the track you guys wrapped around that longer rail system from Ice Age Performance, which we got. Yep. And then Starting Line Products, SLP. We got ZBROZ. Mountain Lab Performance Coaching is on the list of the Avalanche Alliance. Next Level Riding Clinics, of course, we've got some products there, and they've been part of helping announce this. And they've been, Dan Adams has been part of the Avalanche Alliance tour, and we're going to get to him and Matt here in just a minute. So if you want to get them staged and ready, we'll bring.
I'm staring at them right now.
All right. So give me just a minute, and we'll bring one of them on. And then who else we got? So we got ZBROZ, Mountain Lab. We got Keith Curtis's team is on there. We got Snow West Magazine, Snow Tech Magazine, Utah Avalanche Center, Ortavox. I know we had a little side giveaway that they did as part of this program through the sharing program and to get the tickets out. So appreciate what they've done to support us. Peeps as well. Driven. So Carrie that does Driven out of North Dakota. It's the sledchatter.com, I believe, is her website, and she's doing some amazing things in partnership with some of the area avalanche providers and some of the professional riders in the industry. And then the CAIC, which is the Colorado Avalanche and Information Center, right? And so that's the list I have. I hope I didn't miss anybody. If I did, I apologize profusely. But unless Vicky or John has anything else they want to get in front of everybody right now, I'd love to bring on either Matt or Dan to talk a little bit about the Avalanche Alliance, the AIARE training that we've been doing. I'll let you decide who you want to bring on. So go ahead, John, and swap it out.
We'll bring Matt in here.
So for those who don't know, the Klim ambassadors have been all on location at Mountain Skillz in South Fork, Colorado with Mr. Matt Entz. Matt, thank you for coming on the show. Welcome to the show. Just quick sound check.
Thanks, John.
Yep, we can hear you, and you got us too. Would love to have you. Hey, Vicky.
Hey, Matt.
Love to have you just highlight for us, two main things. One is which is the event that you're holding this week with the ambassadors and what's been going on there. Why don't you start with that, and then we'll move to the Avalanche Alliance tour, and we'll shift maybe over to Dan to cover some additional details there. Maybe you'll cover it high level. He can give us some more details on the tour that you guys have done. But talk about the event and why your event is happening. I'm assuming all the Klim ambassadors are coming together. Avalanche training is important to the whole team. You've stepped up and helped, support the whole program and get it together. But take it away.
Yep. So it's been really neat this week having the Klim Backcountry team here with us for our AIARE motorized level 1 avalanche training. It's a lot of the guys have been through it before, some of them maybe not, some other levels of training, but the big part is continuing education, which is a big push from all of us, that we're never done, or we're never satisfied, or it's never enough. So keep that going. And it's really special to get a group like that together and get to do a course with them. So really neat that they all made that commitment and made it happen. And we've got good terrain. We're lucky we have the snow that we do this year. It's adequate. We had some fun. So getting to have this group join us for a course is really a neat thing. And also for them to see what our course consists of. And I'm looking forward to getting feedback from them that will help us continue to evolve and improve that course as we go.
Yeah.
So that's really neat.
Well, Matt, something I know, like, I'm proud of you for, and I hope you're proud of, I mean, it's hard to say you're proud of yourself, but I want you to be proud of yourself for doing, I think of the A list of people that was in the room and on the mountain with you guys this week, and all these ambassadors that, they're great people first, they're great snowmobilers second, but these are ambassadors for our sport, including yourself, Matt, who are literally influencing our entire community, right? Like, our snowmobile community is pretty much, if they're in my social media feed, they were in your class this week. It's kind of the way I look at it. And so, go ahead, Matt. Yeah.
These are all like leaders within our industry, and like you said, people that others are looking up to, and they're all passionate about snowmobiling, but seeing how passionate they are about their education and continuing that as well. That's probably what's more important. Maybe we don't always do the best of sharing that amongst each other, but hopefully from here, maybe we will a little bit more. There's a lot of behind the scenes stuff that people don't know about each one of these guys. So this might be a way to display some of that a little bit more.
Yeah, no, it's just amazing to have the caliber of all of the people who were, there with you this week and on the thing, showcasing and sharing out that they're attending the class and just inspiring others to get signed up. And, rumor has it, and I think you can validate this on your side, Matt, is, being an Avalanche educator yourself and a provider, is the classes more than ever have been filling up at a fast rate this year, way faster than any other. I've heard that over and over and over again from Avalanche providers across the country. Is that your case as well?
Yeah, definitely. There's more and more demand, which is a good thing. A few years ago, it was hard to fill a class. Now we don't have enough spots for everybody that wants in. So that's a good problem to have. The thing with it, we need to continue with getting more providers and instructors out there. And I think that's a big picture goal that we all have.
Awesome. So, Matt,
and that's one of the things
ahead,
that
Vicky.
this scholarship is supporting, actually, is for us to be able to provide full and partial scholarships for folks who are on that track to become instructors, so that we can help them along their way. It's a huge, and you can attest to this, Matt, it's a huge investment of time and money and many years process to go through. So the more support we can give to the community, the better.
Yep.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and if that's not like super crystal clear to everybody who's bought the tickets and what's going on, that's exactly what we're doing. Is we are taking all of this money from the sweepstakes, we're providing it to AIARE, who are the ones who are educating the educators to get out in front of the snowmobile community. And all of this money is earmarked for motorized education specifically, right? And so this is literally an investment back into our own community. So I hope everybody who's watching is really proud of, not only the chance of getting an awesome, amazing prize, but just knowing that even if they don't win, that they've made a difference in the industry. And this year with this sweepstakes, I believe is a tipping point for our future in the industry. So
I agree.
Cool.
Yeah.
So, Matt, I want to bring Dan on next year to talk about the tour that we did. But before I do, is there anything you want to touch on or highlight before? Because what I'll do is I'll go to Dan next, and then I'll bring John back on when we do the announcements of the sweepstakes. But any final thoughts from you, Matt?
I just want to say thanks to everybody involved, especially everybody that donated over $167,000. I believe that far exceeded my expectations. So thank you, everybody that did that. Can't wait to find out the winners. And as far as the dealer tour was a lot of fun. Dan, Dustin, and I, we put a lot in, and it was a great experience. So I'll bring Dan over and let him talk more about that. But thank you, guys.
Perfect.
Thanks, Matt.
And for those who are watching while we switch over the headphones, I just want to tell you we are literally about 6 minutes away, probably 5 minutes away from giving away the sled, giving away the sled deck, giving away the fly racing gear, giving away the level 2, 2 level 1 classes. That'll be coming up here in about 5 minutes. Right on the top of the hour, we're going to be doing that. And so Mr. Dan Adams is in the house. How are you, sir?
Doing well.
Good,
Thanks
good.
for having me, John.
Good,
Yeah.
good. I'm like a little schoolgirl over here, like talking to my A-list of pro athletes that I follow every day on social media, and to be able to have them on the show previously, and especially in a moment like this, which means so much to everybody that's involved in this. I'm just giddy to have you back on the show, Dan, and to be here to talk to us. So.
Yeah, thanks a lot. This is well, if there's things to be a part of, this is it. And you guys know my backstory in terms of avalanche safety and what I do and what I'm sitting on right here. I mean, so many people to thank, and it's just really cool to see all of this come together. And the last 3 days that we've had with the Klim Backcountry team have just been awesome, man. It's all continued education, but it's super important, and it's something that we're trying to push out and make it fun for everybody.
Yep, absolutely, absolutely. And so, Dan, I'm going to take a quick pause here to talk to the audience for a second, then I'm going to come back to you and have you tell us about the tour that you and Matt has done over the last month or so, for the Avalanche Alliance tour. But reminder to everybody who's watching right now, we are literally 5 minutes away from the giveaway. Right now is the perfect time to share this if you haven't already, or to share it one more time. Get this out there. We're at 163 live viewers. And again, I know that number's bigger based on my history with Facebook here. But let's see if I can push this visual number in front of me over 200 live viewers in the next 4 minutes now. We're down to 4 minutes to showtime here. We're going to give the sucker away. Please get out there, share this out. Call your friend who you know bought tickets. Tell them to get on here and watch this right now. Cut out early from work. Put down their Starbucks. Whatever it is they're doing, be right here in 4 minutes. So, Dan, tell us about the Avalanche Alliance Tour and what you guys have been doing the last month or so.
Yeah, the Avalanche Alliance is put together by Klim, but it's bigger than Klim, and it's bigger than everybody involved in it. The idea behind it was just the message of avalanche preparedness. So Matt and I went on a tour with Dustin Pancarry of Klim. We were at 12 different dealers, 5 different states. We met and presented in front of a lot of different people, and it was great. We had a lot of success, we had a lot of questions, a lot of people reaching out to us, and I think it goes without saying, we could see when we were watching the people donating to this, and as we started, and you guys see where we've come. I mean, it's changed a lot of people, and I think that it's important that people came out to those things. And what we wanted to stress was that in no way, shape, or form was that some type of a training that you were going to get, but the idea behind it was the emphasis on getting the on-snow training. And so both Matt and I, and what we have sort of built our careers around, has been about a bunch of avalanche safety. And I think that it was great to just see how many positive people and how many people came out and participated.
Yeah. No, and I just said this, I can't remember if it was with Matt as we were going off the camera when you came on, but I'm going to say it one more time, is I honestly truly believe that this event this year is a tipping point for our industry to really get people on board with awareness and education, and getting on board with education too. So, are you witnessing the same thing, Dan, as you're out in the field and interacting with your clients who are going to be booking with you this season? Is it on their minds? What have you seen out there from your standpoint to kind of help verify that we're at this tipping point where people are going to start getting on board and just continue to fill classes going forward in the years?
Yeah, certainly. Clinic schedule is completely booked for the year, and then the Abbey class is the same. And then at each one of the dealers, the amount of avalanche equipment that was purchased after our presentation, I mean, those numbers were really, really good. Yep. And so I think that you're absolutely right, that there is a tipping point that we are seeing, and there's a lot more people getting involved. There's just that many more people snowmobiling. Yeah. I think that with things that would happen with COVID, and just a lot of people wanting to get outside, get outdoors, stay together, stay with the people that they know. So snowmobiling became this thing that everybody was looking at. And I think that there's a lot more new people in the sport, which even more emphasis on getting the training, getting it early in life, not waiting till you have some tragic accident, right? Get the training so that you know what you're doing when you come out west and you're going to ride on these big mountains.
Yep, that's amazing. That's amazing. So, Dan, we're going to go transition back to John Summers in just a minute. But before we do, I want to give you an opportunity. Any final words or any final thoughts before we have John Summers jump back on?
No, I really appreciate what you're doing, John. I really appreciate Klim. This whole thing has been spearheaded by Klim.
Absolutely. Yep.
As you guys have seen from throughout the last few days, how many faces that you guys recognize that are out here that are a part of this team.
It's amazing.
It's way bigger than all of us. The idea about getting the training and all of us continuing our education, we're just out there to, put some faces behind what it is that we're doing. This is stuff that I've been doing for a big part of my career. Yep. But Klim is standing behind this and really taking the initiative to try to get more and more people involved with this. And so it's things like this. It's starting with the sled. It's starting with a lot of the great giveaways that are there, including coming out and doing an AIARE motorized level 1 with Matt Entz. I think it's absolutely awesome. So in closing,
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to say quick is that, I completely agree with what you said about Klim taking the lead on this and really pushing it over the top. And what I really, really appreciate about what Klim has done is this idea of being inclusive, right? Like, it's not like, hey, this is a Klim thing. Like, I literally brought fly racing to the table, and John Summers says, sure, why not? Let's bring him in. Let's bring Marlon in. Let's bring all these different brands and stuff in. And this Avalanche Alliance is going to continue to grow. But it really did take someone to step up and be a leader in the industry to make this happen. And I give full credit to Klim for doing that. And, partnering with all of the amazing folks like Vicky and myself and everybody else involved in this. So,
yeah, I completely agree. And in closing, just big thanks to you again, John, for putting this together. And we're really excited. I mean, we've just got a couple of minutes left, and this thing is absolutely amazing. So somebody's going to be super pumped. So.
Yeah, it is time. It's 5 o'clock now. So my time, 6 o'clock your time. So go ahead.
I'll grab John and I'll switch it over. But it's great to see you guys, and here he is.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you.
All right, guys, it is time for the drawing and the raffle. And so once John gets on here and gives me a quick sound check, John, you can confirm us, you can hear us okay?
Check. Yep.
Awesome. Okay. So the way we're going to roll through this, guys, is like all of you guys that are watching, everybody who's watching, about an hour ago, this whole thing closed out, and everybody was able to finish their transactions and get through the checkout process. I've seen a couple of people asking, can we still get tickets? The answer, unfortunately, is no. It ended about an hour ago, and the website was out there. We just want to, really honestly, Vicky, the number one person I want to thank is the audience and the viewers and everybody who bought the tickets, because, you know what, all this time and energy and effort that everybody has put into this means absolutely nothing if it's not embraced by the community, and the community understands how important this is. So, any final words on that and supporting the community? John, why don't you go next?
Well, and that's what it's about. It's about our snowmobiling community. We want to do something that ultimately gives back to the rider, and that's what this whole thing's about. So, we absolutely appreciate the support, and go out and get the training. That's what the end goal here is. So,
absolutely. All right, Vicky, it's time. Anything you want to say thanks to the community about quick first before we pull the number? I know we don't want to kill too much time here.
Yeah, just huge thanks. There was over 3,600 people who contributed to this. So
that's awesome.
You guys are the backbone of this community. So can't thank you enough for participating.
Yep. So 3,600 people. How many total tickets, Vicky, did we sell? I think I got the number, but why don't you validate that out loud for me? How many you got on your computer there?
29,235 tickets.
Okay, and so to keep this all as legit as possible, anybody who watches my show every week knows that I use a random number generator. It's just an app I downloaded on my Apple phone, and I've got that number. So, Vicky, can you read that number? Just make sure we got the same number.
29,235, yep.
Okay, and so here's the way it's going to go down, people, is I literally have the random number generator just so that everybody has an equal chance at the grand prize, which is the sled. We're going to draw that number first. And Vicky's going to read that number off for us so that everybody knows what the number was. So you'll know right away if you won or lost, but we're not going to announce the name right away. We're just, for a little bit of dramatic effect, we're going to hold that name off to the side and announce it at the end. But the drawing will happen first so that people know that everybody had a shot at the sled, right? That's the best part. And so in a second here, I'm going to hit this number. Again, it still shows 0, and the number is the same. And when I do that, Vicky's going to go into her computer, look at the list of all the tickets that were sold, and she has the coordinating names and phone numbers and all that there too. And as a surprise, we want to get the winner of the sled, just the sled, on the phone if at all possible. And so Vicky, as we do this, she's going to send me the name and the phone number of the person who won the sled based on that ticket number. And I'm going to give them a call live on the air here at the end of this 15-minute stretch here that we're going to have. And so, are we ready? So in the comments, everybody, in the thing, let's do a countdown and start at 10. Do it. Drop it in the numbers. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, make sure I hit it, and you
Yeah,
guys can
don't
see
hit
it.
the wrong button.
I know, right? All right. Whoa, what is the number? It is 1,844.
44.
So, Vicky, you've got that number. Let's not read the name off yet. And if you're holding that ticket number, feel free to drop in the comments, say you win. But don't freak us out. Like, you probably all say you win, right? Probably so we're not going to take it seriously. We'll announce it at the end. So that's for the sled. Ticket number is 1,844 is the ticket number for the sled. That's the grand prize winner. We will read the name off at the end of the next of this here. So we've got this, okay? And so the next prize that we're going to give away now, John, do you remember what it is? Are you keeping track?
It's the Marlon.
Yeah, yeah. Our first prize is the Marlon sled deck. And by the way, Brett Dow, our buddy from Marlon Sled Decks, is in here right now in the comments cheering us on. So he's here live to hear who the winner is. And so, Vicky, this time when I hit the number again, it still says 1844, right? When I hit that button again, we're going to read off the number, and you're going to give us the name of the winner. And, Vicky, tell us, once the winners know who they are, what is the process for them to get a hold of you? Do you want to just verbally call out like an email address or a phone number, or like probably email address probably is best, right?
Well, I'm going to get a hold of them.
Oh, you'll get a hold of them.
Easier. They don't have to do anything.
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah, there's a whole series of super fun administrative stuff that the winners and I get to do together. So I'll drop an email to you.
Just like the Price is Right. You can't go talk to Bob Barker without taking care of the paperwork when it's all done.
That's right. That's right. Yep.
Awesome.
So I'll email all the winners, and then if I don't hear back, I'll give you a call.
All right. I'm trying to get this phone so that everybody can see it. All right. So one more time, let's hit the random number generator, and the new number is 1548.
1548. Okay.
Yep. Oh, wait. Or is it 15,000? Ooh, you guess what? It's 15,484. I've never had such a big number. See the number on the bottom? That's part of the number.
15484.
Yep. So just so we don't guess, so that's
15484. Okay,
so that's
here we go.
15,484 is the number.
That's Mark Racine from Canada.
Mark Racine from Canada, congratulations. You're the winner of our sled deck. We'll be reaching out to you and get that going on too. So I'm glad I noticed that 4 there. That could have been a snafu. Like we're doing our best to not mess this up, guys.
You're crushing this, John.
I know, right? And so now Mr. Matt Entz is here live in the background, ready to give away 2 level 1 Avalanche classes. And so my understanding, and you can get him to do a thumbs up, is 2 classes to 1 group, 1 person, right? 1 winner? All right. Yep. So here we go. One more time. All right. You guys can see this. All right. So 5191.
5191.
Yep.
Okay. That's Kyle Franklin of Truckee, California.
I know Kyle. So Kyle is a big fan of my regular show every week. That man deserves the win. I think literally that man put in thousands of dollars into that sweepstakes. Like he kept pinging me and telling me like, hey, John, I've just put another $1,000 in on top of my other $2,000. And so he definitely has paid for that Avalanche class, and I hope he enjoys it. That'll be amazing. Awesome.
He'll have a great time.
Yeah. Nope, amazing. And I know who he'll be bringing with. I'm just going to say it out loud, and if he doesn't bring her with, he's in trouble. Nina Clifton is his significant better half, and she likely will be his counterpart. So, all right.
Well, she is now.
Yes, she is now. I'm just going to call it. So, all right. So here we go with the final one. Again, we're still at 5191, right? Is the number we had. So we had the next one is going to be for the fly racing gear. So $2,000 shopping spree on fly racing gear, right? And we'll go randomized number and 28390. So 28,390.
28390.
Yep.
28390. Jason Spear of Bellingham, Washington.
Funny story is I know Jason as well. He's actually very involved with the Northwest Avalanche Center up here in the Pacific Northwest. That's amazing. I can't believe we got a couple of people I actually knew. But the fact that I shared it out like 5 million times probably had something to do with it. So awesome. And so, Vicky, have you texted me the name and the phone number of the winner of the sled?
I have. Yep.
All right, let me see who this is. And so let's see. It's somebody. I'm going to give you guys a hint. It's somebody from Billings, Montana. So Billings, Montana is the winner of the Klim sled, and I'm just going to call this person and see if they answer, and I'll see if they answer. If not, we'll tell you who the name is here live. But let's give it a call. Let's see if they answer the phone. Hey, John, can you have them turn their volume down in the background there?
Yep. Dustin, volume.
Hello, is this let me see. What was the name, Vicky?
Chris.
Is this Chris?
Yes.
Chris, guess what? I'm going to take my headphones off here so I can hear you better. So this is John Ferrian from John Ferrian Live, and I'm on the live broadcast with the Ultimate Backcountry Sled Sweepstakes. And did you buy any tickets for that by chance?
Oh, I think I did a while ago. Yeah.
Yeah, a while ago you bought some tickets for the Ultimate Backcountry Sled Sweepstakes. Do you remember that?
Yes.
Well, guess what, buddy? You just won yourself a brand new 2021 Polaris backcountry weapon. Congratulations.
No, I didn't.
Dude, we are live on the air. We are live on the air right now. I've got Vicky from AIARE on. If you go to John Ferrian's Facebook page right now, you'll see us broadcast. You can go to Klim's page, you can go to AIARE's page, and we're broadcasting this live. And you're on that call right now with everybody listening. We got hundreds of people watching, over 200. We finally made it, over 200 live viewers. And we called to congratulate you on winning that brand new sled. It's the grand prize for the entire sweepstakes. And wanted to say thank you for your donation to AIARE and supporting the cause.
You're kidding me.
No, dead serious, dude. You win.
Winner, winner.
Are you excited? Are you excited?
Yeah.
Awesome, awesome. Where
Oh
you got?
God.
I mean, my list says that you're from Billings, Montana. Is that accurate? That sounds like you might be somewhere near some
Yeah.
snow.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, the only place that has a little snow right now.
Yeah, that's awesome. So Vicky from AIARE will be reaching out to you to coordinate the information that needs to be filled out for the official paperwork and all the documentation that needs to be done. But John or Vicky, is there anything you want me to tell Chris here while he's on the line with us live?
Well, when he comes down to pick up the sled, he's got to go snowmobiling with us.
John
How does that
Summers.
sound?
Yeah, John Summers says that when you come pick up the snowmobile from the Klim headquarters, that you got to go riding with the Klim team down there. Does that sound like a deal?
Heck yeah. I'll
Heck,
be there.
heck yeah, he says. That's awesome. That's awesome.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. So, Chris, thanks for being a good sport and letting us record you live on the air. Again, you'll be able to go back and watch this build up and everything that's going on. But, congratulations for winning the sled. We'll be in touch with you shortly. Vicky, when are you going to get in touch with Chris? Tonight yet or when?
I'll send him an email tonight, and we'll schedule a phone call on Monday.
Okay, so we're going to give you an email tonight, and we'll follow up with you on Monday with a live phone call from Vicky from AIARE, and she'll coordinate all the paperwork and information that she needs to capture from you.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Great. I appreciate it.
Yep, congratulations. Thanks so much for being a good sport about it all. Thanks for answering the call tonight. It was a good call, right?
Yes.
Awesome. Awesome. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye. All right, everybody.
He's in shock, it seems.
Yeah, he's in shock,
Yeah,
but
he was.
he didn't really. I think he didn't believe me at first, and of course, I wouldn't believe you either if you called me and told me I just want a brand new snowmobile. So that
I
was.
wouldn't even pick up the phone if I didn't recognize the number.
I know, right? I know. But I've got it. Here's the funny thing: is I've still got a phone number from Brainerd, Minnesota, and so when it pops up on people's caller ID, it says Brainerd, and just because it says Brainerd, people are like, "Who do I know from Brainerd?" And so that's why I get a lot of answers on my direct calls. So, all right, guys, let's go ahead and wrap this up. I don't want to keep these folks any longer. We've had them for 45 minutes, and I think we've nailed this show tonight. We've got this all taken care of. I will just say, oh my God, everybody who's been part of this from top to bottom. John, thank you. The entire Klim team, thank you. Polaris, all of our sponsors we listed off earlier. Vicky, thank you. And mostly to all of the amazing fans and people who've supported the sweepstakes and AIARE and Klim and everybody who's been involved. Thank you all too, right? And so, John, I'm going to go to you next. I'm going to let Vicky wrap it up. So.
Absolutely. No, this is awesome. Now what are we going to do with all our spare time now that this is over?
Oh, you don't know this yet, John, but Vicky and I were talking this morning, and we want to have a post-mortem planning session in the next couple of weeks to plan to plan next year. So it's on the calendar. It's just
worry.
not in your inbox yet, but we got
All
this
right,
we got
all
this
right.
figured out. So
Now, No, this has been awesome. I mean, to see all of this come together and what we've been able to generate, this is really cool. You know, a lot of people stepped up. You know, obviously with the donations we got, the snowmobiling community did their part, and you know, I'm excited to see what we're going to do in the future. You know, there's still a lot to go, and a lot of people to educate, and you know, this is something that never ends. You know, we always need to learn, we always need to work on our skills. So I'm excited for the future, and I think you said it, John. I think there is a tipping point within our industry, and you know, I've been in the industry for over 20 years now. I know I don't look old enough to you know, have 20 years in the industry, but you know, we've come a long ways. The mentality, you know, the snowmobiler mentality has changed a lot, and it's awesome to see. So,
all right.
But I just want
go
to
ahead.
thank you guys too. No, I was just going to say I want to thank you guys too. It's been fun, and again, I look forward to the future.
Yep, awesome. Vicky, how about you? Any final words for everybody as we wrap this up?
Yeah, I mean, thanks again, Klim, for being such a leader in this, and John Farian for being a huge leader and cheerleader and continuing to push this education message. This is just the beginning, and this is an enormous amount of money, and we're so excited and proud to be reinvesting it back in the community for many years. This will fund this scholarship for a handful of years, as well as a motorized position with AIARE permanently. So you have no idea the kind of impact that you've made with our organization, and we really look forward to putting that impact straight back into your community.
That's from the entire snowmobile community back to you, Vicky, for what you're doing and kind of supporting us. And you know, that's something I don't want to go unnoticed. Is, you know, the amount of time and effort and energy that AIARE, especially this year with the sweepstakes, has put back into the motorized community already in bringing on a motorized coordinator for the role there, a program manager at AIARE, and then just the time and attention that you've spent this year above and beyond any previous year on the motorized community and where it's going. I'm super excited for it and want to say thank you, Vicky, for, you know, kind of helping elevate this relationship between the snowmobile community and the backcountry avalanche community that was long overdue. So
yeah, I think we can all do really big things together. We've got bigger things on the horizon. So look forward to continuing to work and play hard with all you guys.
All right, I'm going to put in a gratuitous plug for live large, everybody. Live life to the fullest. Make the most of every day. And make a difference to others, just like we've all done tonight. And so God bless everybody. Have an amazing night. Thank you so much.
Thanks, everyone.